This is a brief video on Cambodia's bamboo railway outside Battambang. Cambodia is one of the more interesting places that I've been to, and there's so many fascinating things to see in that country, whether it's Phnom Penh, which is developing after a period of abandonment during the Khmer Rouge regime, the beaches of Sihanoukville, the villages on stilts and floating villages, getting quite close to Siem Reap. The food of Cambodia. Not all of which needs to be sampled. These are tarantulas in their natural state and in their deep-fried state. Bamboo bridges. Or some of the horrors of the Khmer Rouge period. It's interesting to see how a country manages to recover from an almost unimaginable tragedy. And of course, Angkor Wat, which is truly one of the most astonishing ancient sites that I've ever seen, and I think in the entire world. I could easily do an entire video on Angkor Wat, but I would be joining the 10,000 people who have already done that. During the pre-Khmer Rouge and pre-Vietnam War era, Cambodia had a railway, and indeed it still does, and there's still the odd train that goes on it. However, the tracks are quite warped and ill-cared for, and so the trains can't go very fast, and it's really not a great way of getting around the country. The tracks are, again, though, still there, and the local people in the various districts through which the tracks run use the tracks in order to get out into rice fields. But how do you do that without a train? The answer is you might actually have to build your own train, and that's what they've done. Outside the community of Battambang, you can see this railway in action. There are no locomotives, no boxcars, no flat cars, no nothing. But what they do have are axles with rail wheels, bamboo platforms, and motors of the sort that you might see on a lawnmower. They can build an informal rail car in under 60 seconds. And indeed, they have to be able to build it and dismantle it because there's only one set of tracks. If you see a car coming in your direction, you have to be able to stop and completely dismantle and get everything off the tracks so that they can pass. And then you have to put everything back on the tracks, rebuild your car, and continue going. It's impossible to watch this process without wondering, what's it actually like being on this railway? Well, needless to say, you can try it out. I never actually saw a real train in Cambodia, but I've been told that they go at not much faster than walking pace because of the condition of the tracks. The bamboo carts can go much, much faster. So there you are, the Bamboo Railway, something that I hadn't heard of before I got to Cambodia, something that I'd never expected to see, and certainly not something I'd ever expected to ride on.